If you were to hire a resource, would you hire that resource for the personality or for the skill?
Technical skills, you can teach them. The personality, you cannot. So I always advocate for personality over technical skills, because even if they're lacking from the technical perspective, this is something that we can easily work on.
How has been the experiences working with a big corporation like Novo Nordisk?
There are so many opportunities at Novo Nordisk. I think language is the least thing that you need to think about when you are moving to Denmark, because everyone knows English. I can say English is the main second language of everyone, and I never faced a challenge.
Find a position that makes good sense for me and my career development in Denmark, and was quite lucky to be able to find something that fit that.
Where do you see Denmark really could attract international talents?
We are focusing on the big societal challenges, which is not only affecting Denmark, but basically the rest of the world.
If you are to hire a non-European, would you hire him or her for the talent or the personality?
I'll have to pay attention to the talent, but also to the personality, and of course it will depend on the task at hand and the job at hand.
Denmark is known as a great place for people around the world to live and work. It offers a good balance between work and personal life, along with many other job opportunities. But bringing in talent is just the first step. The real challenge is making them stay. In the past few years, the number of people moving to Denmark has gone up and down. Many people are coming in, but also many people are leaving, which shows there is more to the story. In 2024, 18,500 people moved to Denmark and 16,800 people left, which leaves us with 1,600 odd people. This has a clear picture. Keeping talent in the country is becoming the next big focus. Denmark is good at attracting skilled workers, but helping them stay and succeed is still a growing challenge. To turn attraction into long-term stay, is Denmark working on a clear strategy that supports career growth, help people fit into the culture, and make them feel part of the community? At the International Talent Conference 2025, stakeholders gathered to address these pressing issues, sharing insights and strategies to enhance talent retention. Is Denmark doing enough? That's the big question we need answers for.
Yeah, so I was studying my master in Italy. I'm Iranian myself, and after I was studying in Italy, I just realized that I can attend this exchange student exchange program, and I just came at the TU and studied my thesis there. And then after my thesis, I realized that they have internship at Novo Nordisk. And I joined as an intern at Novo Nordisk.
Okay.
Yeah.
So far, how has been the experiences working with a big corporation like Novo Nordisk?
It's been very nice. I really feel like I'm a part of a big family, and I really feel like I'm in a very secure position that I can just grow and develop in my position. Yeah, I'm also full-time right now. Okay. It was just internship the first 6 months. Okay. Yeah, so I just made my position as a full-time after that 6 months, because there are so many opportunities at Novo Nordisk. Okay. I think language is the least thing that you need to think about when you are moving to Denmark, because everyone knows English, and I can say English is the main second language of everyone, and I never faced a challenge. That's why I'm also lazy to learn Danish, so nothing is like hard with talking in English. Yeah.
I've been working for Novo Nordisk in the US for close to 6 years before I moved, and started as a process engineer, and then for the last maybe 4 years or so I was working as a team leader in production, and the last maybe a year and a half of that, maybe a year, was in COVID time. So I was an essential worker, working on site every day as normal from beforehand. And throughout the entire time that I was working there, I was quite happy at Novo Nordisk. I really enjoyed working for the company. I really felt like I meshed quite well with its values. But at the same time, my partner and I had been living in North Carolina for 10 years at that point, and we were ready for a change of pace a little bit. And there weren't, at that time, so many different other Novo facilities within the US that were working within manufacturing. And so basically said, I really want to keep working for Novo. Can I find a position that makes good sense for me and my career development in Denmark? And was quite lucky to be able to find something that fit that. And we moved here and have been quite happy for 4 years plus that we've been here. Working for Novo in the US already felt like it had a pretty good work-life balance, so maybe not representative of some people's experience in the US, but certainly for me a pretty good work-life balance, I think. And in that regard, it's continued in Denmark. Certainly a few more vacation days than I was used to in the United States, but I feel like it's even more important here to prioritize the well-being outside of work and to prioritize that there is a sense of balance. Certainly it doesn't mean that we never go through periods of a little bit higher stress or a little bit busier workload, but I really feel like it's a core value for the organization that we treat that as a temporary thing and we address it in a positive and engaging manner together with employees, and that we kind of return to that good balance. I think that that's really nice, and I think it's a really it's one of the things that I quite like about working here.
My name is Akash Raj. I'm from Chennai, India. I'm doing my master's in Aalborg University.
Hi, my name is Geedu. I'm also pursuing my master's in Aalborg University in International Business. I'm exactly from South India. I'm from Kerala.
From my university, I saw an ad for International Talent Conference where they're looking for potential opportunities. And also, I'm from the western side of Denmark. And also, I was curious to know about what are the companies there in the eastern side of Denmark, which is in Copenhagen, in and around. So I just came here to see what the companies could offer for a potential candidate like me and what they are looking for.
I'm mainly here for getting some networks and also connecting with new companies and to know more about the opportunities that they provide for internationals.
So first of all, my name is Devarshi. Currently I live in Aalborg, Denmark, because I am pursuing my master's in Energy Engineering Department of Aalborg University. If you want to work in Denmark, just build your connections, do as much as networking as you can, because it is the only way you can get a job up here.
So, hi, I'm Elsa Agreni. I'm here with NNE. I work in the project management department and portfolio. And here today we are to represent NNE to get new people to join our team.
My name is Claudia. I am a talent acquisition consultant and I work in Freeshape. And I moved to Denmark 2.5 years ago, so I'm also an expat and quite fresh, hearing how other people have been here for like years, 10 years, 20 years.
What are the things that you as a HR look in when you hire international talents, especially from people who are coming from a non-European country?
Yes, so I would definitely see international exposure, how they see themselves fitting into the Danish culture, and how they see themselves fitting into the different culture than what they are used to. So I think any type of international exposure would be really interesting to put in your CV to show that, like, hey, I've been working in different environments, and maybe write a few words. Why is this international environment interesting to you? Maybe it is because of different perspectives, maybe because it's in terms of the opportunities. So there could be many reasons, and I think here the more creative you are, the more attention you can get from a recruiter.
One last question. If you were to hire a resource, would you hire that resource for the personality or for the skill?
Oh, that's a different one. I feel like it should be the balance, like, seeking for the sweet spot. But personally, whenever I speak to hiring managers, I always say the technical skills, you can teach them. The personality, you cannot. So I always advocate for personality over technical skills, because even if they're lacking from the technical perspective, this is something that we can easily work on. And it's way easier than trying to work on the cultural fit or cultural add.
That's nice, and I like that. Thank you so much for being part of the interview.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, pleasure.
It's exciting.
At the moment, we have record level of internationals living and working in Denmark, so it's really important that we make sure that as many of them, of course, feel happy here and make sure that they want to stay here long term. And today we are arranging an international talent conference where we give this opportunity for students, especially master students who have been here for a couple of years to pursue a master's degree. And of course we want to make sure that they stay after graduation. We invested in their education, and they already learned a little bit of Danish. And it's great to gather them here today and to match them up with the company.
Where do you see Denmark really could attract international talents in terms of, let's say, talents from non-European countries, to be specific?
That's a really good question. I would say that we are focusing on the big societal challenges, which is not only affecting Denmark, but basically the rest of the world. So one is, of course, the whole green energy transition, where we have a huge task and also some great companies. We have some world-leading wind power, windmill manufacturing companies in Denmark, and a whole range of other companies working with the green energy transition. So, of course, playing an important role here to get these products and services out to the rest of the world. We also need top talents and experts and specialists to contribute and work with these companies. Secondly, I would say also within life science, we are just world leading in Denmark in the life science sector with a focus on human health. Here today with Novo Nordisk having a focus on the chronic diseases such as diabetes and obesity and whatnot. So I think these are two good examples of areas where we really where we have a huge impact also towards the rest of the world and where we excel, but where we also need the talents to come and help us with solving these societal challenges.
I think we have a lot of opportunities here in Denmark, and especially in the Hillerød region with the life science hub of North Zealand, where we have a lot of exciting opportunities to actually secure that we collectively work towards the company's overall goal to serve even more patients. Currently we serve 45 million patients around the world, and more patients need our medicine. So I think it's about opportunities, and it's also about bringing diversity into our workforce. And here it's interesting to have a mix of nationalities to bring different perspectives to the table.
Do you think there is a friction inviting people from non-European countries to work for an organization locally headquartered in Hillerød? What do you see as the major challenge, or do you see any challenge in the first place?
I don't see any major challenges. I think we are a global company. We are a company having English as a company language, so no need to practice Danish language. So I think it's fairly easy to engage, and we also have a culture where we respect all individuals and appreciate the different perspectives that they bring.
Okay.
So I think I see no major concerns.
One last question. If you are to hire a non-European, would you hire him or her for the talent or the personality?
It's a difficult question to answer, right? I think it will be a mixed.
Okay.
I think I'll have to pay attention to the talent, but also to the personality. And of course, it will depend on the task at hand and the job at hand.
Yeah. But thank you so much for being part of my interview.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It was a pleasure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.